Thank you at this time for co-creating this experience with us. Our unconditional love to you all, and we will see you again. Good day. Or else they get daily in this day of your time. How are you all? We thank you once again for the co-creation of this interaction. Our unconditional love to you all. Let us begin with this transmission. As we have said, your year of 2023 is, from our perspective, the beginning of the window of open contact. Now, that doesn't mean everything will happen all at once, but it does mean that you are now in that window. And it does mean that the idea of your acceleration, your participation, your choices will determine within the window from 2023 to 2033 exactly how close open contact can occur. Now, we will make an announcement at the end of this transmission that will give you some idea of what's going on and what's about to happen based on the probability and the energy waves that we are sensing at this time. But for now, we welcome you all, and let us begin. You don't have to force this on anyone. It's not your necessary path to do so if they're unwilling to accept it. You can share it with them and say, it's all right, you may think I'm crazy, but this works for me, and it works for a lot of other people. I'm giving you some information that can make things a little bit easier for you, but you don't have to take it. Just thought I would share it. Give them the option not to take it, and they'll eventually wonder why you said that. Act on it to the best you can. When it ceases to be your excitement, make sure you're not the one dampening the excitement with your belief system. But if it is a natural waning, look for the next thing that contains more excitement than any other action. It can be very simple too. It doesn't have to be a large-scale idea. Act on that next. Follow the path of excitement, curiosity, attraction, love, creativity. Always. Do this, and I know that this is a challenge for many of you, with absolutely no insistence or assumption as to what the outcome is supposed to be. Zero. Stay in a positive state no matter what happens, because you don't really know, although you may think you do, you don't really know what the ideal outcome is actually supposed to look like. And when you are given an opportunity by synchronicity for something that manifests based on the result of your actions, even if it's something you objectively, neutrally don't prefer, which means it's simply not vibrationally compatible with who you actually are, it's still there for a reason. Know that and stay in a positive state, because if you do, you will get a benefit from whatever it is, even if it's something you don't prefer. Sometimes seeing what you don't prefer clarifies what you do, and that's a positive way to use what you don't prefer. When you use it up in a positive way, then it will disappear because you have used it up for the purpose that it is there. Follow that up by examining your belief systems and letting go of the fear-based beliefs within you, in your unconscious mind, your subconscious mind. Find out why you're holding on to beliefs that don't work for you, because you always have a reason, and it's mostly because you believe, or have been taught to believe, that it is something you need, it is something beneficial for you. I give you this, you never, ever, ever hold on to a belief that you don't believe is to your benefit, ever. As soon as you identify why you believe it's to your benefit and realize that it is a contradiction to the idea of your vibration, it's gone. You have to make it make no sense to hold on to it. As long as you have a reason to hold on to it because you believe it is necessary for you, it will remain. So follow your passion, take it as far as you can to the best you can. No insistence, no assumption. Stay in a positive state no matter what, and examine your belief systems and let go of the negative ones and fear-based ones that do not work for you. You activate many different principles when you do this. It's an instruction manual for how reality works. And soon you will start to pay attention to the fact that everything is synchronicity. You will see things falling into place in a positive way. But I remind you, there is, in a sense, green light synchronicity and red light synchronicity. The green light synchronicity allows you to act on whatever opportunity synchronicity has brought you. that contains your passion or excitement. But the red light synchronicity says, no, not yet. This is not your path right now. Go in another direction, you may come back around to it, but right now, this is not your path. So don't beat your head against a brick wall, thinking that you have to go that way, when synchronicity is saying, not yet. Follow the flow. These are designed to guide you unerringly along the path that is true for you. It may seem like a weaving, rambling path, but it is actually the quickest and straightest path for you if you are guided by those synchronicities. When you do this, everything falls into place. It becomes a path of least resistance, the driving engine of your life. It becomes the path of connection to everything you need to do that is relevant for you. It becomes the support system and brings it to you in whatever form you need it. And it reveals to you, like a reflective mirror, any ideas that may pop up while you're acting on your excitement that feel out of alignment with your excitement, so you can examine why it's there, bring it to the surface of your consciousness, and let it go. Does this answer your question? I also do sculpting.
Oh, wow.
In varieties of materials that don't exist on your planet.
And you sculpt them with your hand or your mind, or how do you do it?
More energy forms.
Energy?
Yes.
Okay.
The idea is that some energy forms, when created in a certain way on our planet, can actually then, once formed, crystallize into physical materiality.
Okay, so you're like instantly manifesting what
Yes.
you would like.
Remember that we are now at a point in our evolution where we are what we call quasi-physical. We have the traits of spirit as well as physical beings. Therefore, we are not as mired down, shall we say, by time and space. We exist in a kind of a dreamlike environment, like walking through different parallel realities, communicating with spirits and beings of multiple dimensions. That's our daily experience.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Splitting prism. You will wind up on the version of Earth that is best suited to your belief systems, and you will experience what you are afraid you will experience, or what you believe you will experience in joy, and everything in between. Right now, you can still see each other to give you an opportunity to decide whether or not someone else's belief is something that you would like to mimic or mirror in your own reality, or not. Eventually, you will no longer be able to see those that are too vibrationally incompatible with what you believe to be true for you, but that's years down the road. Right now, this is the time of the splitting, but all these parallel realities and all these different versions of Earth exist right now. It's your vibration that determines how you navigate in what direction to which version of Earth ultimately.
Ra, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, make sure you check me out online. Yeah. Nothing crazy is gonna happen. Now you're already in the field. So want me to see if I should close it or?
Try it.
Okay, so put your hands down. So, and here, open, close your eyes and try not to think about it. If you need anything, just say, Ruth, say it, the word, and I'm with you. So keep your eyes closed and get in. You might feel tingling, energies. In your body, certain spaces will fire up or light up, and this is what's being operated on right now.
Going live in about 3 minutes if you want to be on.
There we
go.
Stream coming up.
Ra is emerging from the Ra Arcturian bed. Ra is alive and well and smiling. She did it! You did it! So proud of you! How do you feel?
So much rapid movement in my eyes. It was
Yeah?
just non-stop.
Like lights and stuff?
Like
Rapid eye
I've
movement.
never felt my eyes move
Fluttering.
so fast.
Yeah, you're being reset.
Reset.
Yeah.
Reset.
So
Look,
reset.
and you didn't freak out.
I almost said open it up.
And?
And then I said, break through it, Ra. Break through. Thank you.
Good job.
Good job. Good job.
Something that you refer to as anything, even that is a part of you. You have heard this from your gurus and your saints, and your own understanding and receiving of information, for you yourself are a psychic being. Your senses are far more than 5, far more than 6. Perhaps there are hundreds, thousands of senses. You have a sense of peace, a sense of balance, a sense of justice, and a sense of love. And these senses are continually being processed by this interface called the human body. Is learn and relearn. For you are programmable beings. Yes, you are programmable. This is a blessing and not a curse. For if you are programmable, then you are deprogrammable and reprogrammable. You may choose to eat a certain diet and then to discard it for another. You see, the being always wants more. All of you always want more. That is your nature. It is the nature of the reality that you are. And how do you want more? My friends, even if you were to discard all of your possessions and the people around you, it is because you want more. If you have billions of dollars and then you give them away, you still want more because you want less of this and more of that. You are always wanting less of something else and more of that. Now you may say, well, Phineas, I'm very happy sitting here right now. Ah, but you're comfortable. Perhaps you want more of that. And so this is not a curse. If you have peace, you would want more peace. What about those who you have known who have been very destructive, as you see it, to themselves? Their behaviors and their internal vocabulary is destructive. They are using certain drugs and they are addicted, as you are experiencing in your society. And you say they have fallen off their spiritual path. My dear friends, you can never fall off your spiritual path. Your entire existence is your spiritual path. And if it means that you must be one day upon a throne or another day in what you refer to as the gutter, then that is your path. If you were to discard this experience, this event of great consciousness and awakening that you have created, and suddenly, the next several years, you went into what you call darkness, well, the darkness is also in the womb of what bore you. Is it physical darkness? Darkness could be the feeling that you have, that you are away from the light. And so this light and darkness becomes a part of how you see all things. If you had a very rough day, you say, it was a very bad day. And in the same spirit, you believe you are the spirit, and you also believe in Source and God, and that all is God. And yet, you had a very bad day. You declare it to be bad, knowing full well you are referring to God's day, or Source's day, or the universe's day, which you believe to be inherently good. And so your definitions and the language that you use for yourselves becomes good day or bad day, good relationship or bad relationship. If you were to be asked, how is your relationship to the average person, the thought process
to change, we are allowed to talk about certain things. And what we are talking about now is the next few years. The idea of events that are happening on your planet right now will create the following situation. First of all, in late your year of 2024 and in your year of 2025, the channel himself will begin teaching in more depth the principles of the formula so that it really sticks, because this is crucial to the idea of understanding how reality works and being an equal participant in open content. We will go on to something a little different. At the end of your year of 2026, we will deliver, when we determine it is appropriate, on our schedule, different information based on the change I'm about to tell you. The probability of this is between 90 and 95% at this time, unlikely to change. There may be some waffling, as you say, but nevertheless, this seems to be where you are heading. For one reason or another, I'm not going to tell you the circumstances that are going to create this opportunity. Even some of your more sensitive psychics have begun to pick up on this probability and are starting to announce it. Somewhere near the end, middle to end of 2026, middle to beginning to the idea of 2027, somewhere in that, you will experience on your planet a major contact event.
Yes.
2026, 2027 will be a major contact event happening that everyone on your planet will become aware of. So, be prepared. Allow yourselves to be true to yourselves. Be open, be flowing, and allow yourselves to know that when this major contact event occurs, 26, 27, it will herald in an awakening for many people on your planet, not all, but many people on your planet, to really create a new momentum heading towards a shift in your realities, individually and collectively, that will begin to allow you to move even faster toward the idea of open contact and becoming members of your galactic family. So, be prepared for those years. Allow yourself to move forward. It is very important for you to be yourself now, to allow this to occur in your perception. We thank you at this time for co-creating this experience with us. Our unconditional love to you all, and we will see you again. Good day.